Good afternoon, I'm Nate Myhock and welcome to Up North at 4. Today we'll celebrate the beginning of Hodag Country Fest as I spoke with one of the organizers. We'll meet our newest addition to the Newswatch 12 sports team, and I'll also put his Wisconsin knowledge to the test. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. I think most Batman fans consider Christian Bale to be the best version that has ever hit the silver screen, but let's not forget what George Clooney did for the character. And although the movies he starred in as Bruce Wayne weren't the best, they were super entertaining for me as a kid, and now the very suit that Clooney wore in the role is up for auction. It's maybe the worst Batman suit ever made, and it's dubbed the nipple suit for very unfortunate reasons. Clooney has even made fun of it himself, but the costume does have an opening bid of $40,000. I don't typically associate the chip brand Pringles with spiders, but the company is on a mission to do just that. Pringles is asking people to sign a petition to rename a kidney garden spider to the Pringles spider. They claim the arachnid looks like the company's mascot, Mr. P, and they're hoping the spider community will recognize a name change, and this one feels like one of the strangest marketing gimmicks I've ever seen in a long time. Formula One racing doesn't have the same traction in the United States as it does in other parts of the world, but the U.S. is home to one of the more interesting racing events of the year. The Formula Sun Grand Prix is taking place in Kansas this week. The event is solely for solar-powered cars. The goal, besides winning, is for teams to test their solar vehicles' ability in handling curves, braking, and acceleration. And to quote Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle, "The future is now, old man." The names Vincent van Gogh, Da Vinci, and Pablo Picasso are well known all across the world. Their work will live on forever, but a more modern-day artist by the name of Charlotte has already begun to roll in the awards. Oh, and by the way, Charlotte is a 2-year-old pot-bellied pig. Her owner puts non-toxic paint on the pig and then sprinkles food on a canvas and lets the old gal go to work. Recently, her art won 2 awards. Meanwhile, I can barely write my own name without creating a smudge on the page. And meteorologist Conrad Sapinski joins us now live in studio. Conrad, I know obviously weather was your thing, but were you good at art as a kid at all?
Yeah, actually, to a surprise, as a little kid, I've always had a passion for weather. So I'd be an artist for drawing some hurricanes out there and some tornadoes. I know it sounds silly, but as a little kid, I was so excited about doing weather art out there. But talking about weather, folks, lots of nice weather out there today and also lots of traffic out there. A whole bunch of cars as our first day of the Hodag Country Fest starts today with pretty nice weather out there right now. A couple of upper 70s to lower 80s in the area with some mostly cloudy skies out there. The clouds are starting to roll into Wausau as they're under some mostly sunny skies right now, but temperatures in the 80s across the state as Rhinelander coming in at a 80-degree reading. Of course, some warmer temperatures to the south closer to Wisconsin Rapids and Eau Claire. Everybody is in on those 80s out there today, so some slightly above average temperatures. We'll take those any day. Perfect timing for that Country Fest today and pretty nice out there right now, besides a couple of small showers just to the north of Rhinelander. That will be moving in. It will be mostly a sprinkle or two. Nothing major at that. Will be a short-lived rain event if it does occur very, very shortly here in Rhinelander. And then for tomorrow, we're looking pretty good. Same thing for Saturday. So Mother Nature brought lots of sunshine out there at a perfect time as we're going to have a good amount of sunshine today. Same thing tomorrow and for Saturday and into Sunday before we get some chances of showers and thunderstorms by the afternoon hours on Sunday. But look at these temperatures out there the rest of the week into the weekend and into next week. Pretty much near average and close to 80 degrees. We'll have your full forecast coming up at 5.
Beautiful, beautiful Texas, where the beautiful bluebonnets grow.
Newswatch 12 today with Kevin Kraft, 5 to 7 a.m. Stop by Fanatical Fish Art Gallery in downtown Butternut and see the art of owner Kelly Meredith and other local artists. Find a piece that will inspire you, a gift to share, or take a class to help express yourself. Visit Kelly at Fanatical Fish Art Gallery in Butternut.
Join us for the historic 50th anniversary celebration of the Iola Car Show, July 7th through the 9th. America's greatest car show features thousands of swap vendors, thousands of show cars, and much more. Special guests this year include Overholland's Chip Foose, Kevin Sorbo of TV's Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, and members of the cast from American Graffiti. Friday's musical lineup includes iconic chart toppers The Grassroots, plus the Doo-Wop Daddies and Road Trip. Find out more at IolaOldCarshow.com.
Visit Wildberry Market, the premier natural food store in the Northwoods, for all of your organic food and health needs. Grab a healthy lunch on the go, made fresh daily by our deli. Eat well, live well, be well. Wildberry Market in Minocqua and online. Enter a haven for European-style baking at Boulangerie in Tomahawk. Fresh breads, pastries, soups, salads, and more. The finest ingredients prepared from scratch with a fanatical eye for detail. Simply the best. You deserve Boulangerie.
Huge auction, Lake Tomahawk, Wisconsin. Like new travel trailer, tools, sporting goods, home contents, 19 firearms, and much more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Take it away, boys.
Here, there are no limits to your potential, to your options, to our reach. It's all limitless. For added flexibility, for more affordability, for increased employability. Because by removing limits, your future becomes limitless.
If you haven't noticed the increase of traffic or the extra campers and RVs here in Rhinelander, Hodag Country Fest is back in town. The annual tradition is fully kicking off this evening with Brett Westgrove at 5 o'clock. Earlier in the week, I stopped out to meet with one of the event organizers to hear more about what they have on the docket. Welcome back here to Up North at 4. I'm at the Hodag Country Fest grounds with Jerry Van Harpen, one of the organizers of the event, and I'm sure this is just a very busy week for you. How do you guys even start kind of getting everything all ready and set up for an event like this?
It's a year-round process. We just don't decide we're going to do it, but we're already working on it at 2023. It's a year-round office staff, grounds workers work till the snow flies and comes back when the snow's gone, and it's meetings, and it's all year.
Everyone's favorite, right? Sitting in the meeting, going through all the paperwork, I'm sure, right? I'm always curious too, for an event like this. It's a huge event, but it's such a small town. You get some big acts that come through. Is it more you guys reaching out to them, or they reach out and say, hey, we want to do Hodag this year? How does that work? I'm just kind of curious.
It's a little bit of both, actually. It's, you get the new artists that want to come, of course, because they know what Hodag is and how it boosts careers and helps in the audience. And our fans are the best. Our fans love every single artist that comes, new, old, hot. Love them all. Mm-hmm. And then when they are superstars, if they started at Hodag, they do remember that, hey, this is a great event.
Mm-hmm. And I was noticing the lineup too. There's a lot of newer country artists, a lot of the more classic country artists. There's a good mix, kind of a little bit something for everyone. Is that fair to say?
That's exactly. We want it for everybody. The festival's for everybody.
Totally. And I know we were kind of chatting off camera a little bit. The formula for Hodag Country Fest, we always said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm sure there's a lot of things that sort of carry over year to year, right? But you're also mentioning too, there's some new additions this year. Could you just tell us about that a little bit?
This year, in addition to the Hodag Hanky Day, which will be Friday, sponsored by Rhinelander GM Toyota, and then on Thursday we have the Bug Tussle Hodag Fan Day. It'll be a fan that they're giving away to the fans.
Okay, well, a fan, like, are you talking like a fan that cools you off? I think it's
yes, that's a good question. I think it's a cooling fan. You hold in,
Let's say is when you're out there, listening to music, you gotta have a few drinks flowing. I get that. That's nice too. Probably drinking one hand, fan in the other. Right? Is that sort of the idea behind it? Well, that's really, really awesome. And I know we were talking to the lineup this year. You guys have music starting Thursday at 1, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct, or is it a little earlier?
The music on Thursday starts 5 o'clock. We get the stage warmed up at 5 o'clock on Thursday with Brett Westgrove and the Northern Lights, and then Neil McCoy will really open the big festival Thursday at 7 o'clock. Followed by John Party, which will be a party. People are excited for that artist.
And there's stuff going on all night, pretty much all day, really, throughout the whole weekend, correct?
Correct. We have music in the pavilion right now, or actually right after lunch we have music in the pavilion. All day going till 1 o'clock. There's drink specials. There's the vendors are open. There's some vendors selling food already on the grounds, selling trinkets, hats, lots of different things.
And you were mentioning that with the Hodag Country Fest taking place this weekend, there are some really new, exciting promotional events that you guys have going on. That's new this year that haven't been going on in the past. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, Saturday, which will be the Sam Hunt Day, we have Hodag Hat Day, and that is by Northern Waters Casino Resort up in Watersmeet area. This is their first year as a sponsor coming in, and they're going to go with a really nice cowboy hat.
Oh, I'm in the market for new cowboy hats. I might have to stop out on Saturday.
Be at the WHED booth at Saturday at 10 o'clock.
I have this on camera, so we are good. I will not forget that. Jerry, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me, and of course, hope everyone has a great Hodag Country Festival. If you're stopping out to the grounds, highly recommended, of course. Well, Jerry, I appreciate you taking the time. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here on Up North at 4.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Kitchen Bath Mart.
There's nothing more important than our kids' education.
Tony Evers is a former teacher, so he gets it.
He worked with both parties to fund schools by more than we have in the last 20 years.
Our schools are now ranked in the top 10 in America.
Evers is investing in skills and technical training.
And mental health counseling for kids who need it.
And he launched programs to recruit and train teachers.
He wants to reduce class sizes for more personalized learning.
Tony Evers.
Tony Evers.
He's doing the right thing on education.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
I know that I can handle schooling my children because RVA provides the tools that I need. The RVA has adjusted curriculum by placing children right where their learning is. That's the #1 goal, is to make sure that your children are learning, and so you don't move on if they haven't grasped the concept. You stop, pause, and you make sure that you grasp that before you move on. The RVA will work with your child's needs and will provide the support and the attention that your child not only needs but deserves.
This mystery about my family tree that's unknown to me.
Celebrities will uncover how their stories really began.
My grandfather was emancipated.
My family was on the Mayflower.
That's amazing.
Who Do You Think You Are? Premieres Sunday on NBC.
Friday on Today, singer, songwriter, superstar, Charlie Puth. Look left and right. Catch him in the heart of New York City, live on the Plaza. It's the City Concert Series, only on Today.
Welcome back here to Up North at 4. The newest member of our sports team here, Saul Meyer, joining us now. You may have already seen him on your television screens, but we figured what better way to get to know Saul than just interviewing him on the couch, right? And Saul, we appreciate you coming by. We appreciate you taking the job. You're coming all the way from Texas, right? Where exactly in Texas are you from?
Yeah, San Angelo. It's a little place in West Texas. We're about 2.5 hours from the Mexican border. So really down south there. Weather's a little different, a lot hotter here, or hotter there.
So did you live out there all your life, or were you kind of across the country?
Oh, I've lived out there 18 years up until I went to college, and then went to OU, Oklahoma, and then I was there for 4.5, 5 years, and now I'm up here.
I think you were mentioning this to me one time. Obviously, you went to school at Oklahoma, so you're a Sooner at heart for the rest of your life. But you weren't even a Longhorns fan growing up. Did I hear that correctly?
A A little bit. You know, they tried to brainwash you, especially when I grew up during that 06 Longhorn run with Vince Young. They're like, oh, you have to be a Longhorn fan. And then, you know, by the time I got to picking colleges, I was just like, Texas kind of sucks.
Texas. So you're an Oklahoma guy, right?
Yeah, so I was like, you know, let's go the opposite. Let's go Oklahoma.
Okay, so you went full, like, opposite
100%, yeah.
So you're wearing shorts, more of a summer vibe out there. I know in Texas, San Angelo, you guys have like 102 degrees every single day. What do you think about that little climate change up here? I know you didn't even experience our winters yet, just wait. But what do you think so far?
Yeah, I'd say ask me again in, when is it, December, November, when it gets in the negatives here. Man, I think our winters were probably 40s, 50s, something like that. And
that sounds nice.
Came here and they were talking about, record heat waves during the summertime. So I was expecting, you know, it's being like the mid-hundreds, maybe low 110s. And then it was like 95. And I was like, that's just a cool summer day in San Angelo.
It's a spring day for you guys.
Yeah.
Had you ever been to Wisconsin before taking this job?
No, actually. I've never been,
So what persuaded you to come up here? It's, I mean, pretty much across country from the most farthest south place you could ever go. In a way, to the most northern spot.
I mean, I'd lived in San Angelo, Texas my whole life. It's, you know, not that entertaining of a town, so I just said, you know, I'll just branch out. Where have I never been in the country? And applied to all these places. And then Jeff called me up one day and he said, hey, I'm an OU grad. We'd love to have you. I'm up here in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. And my first question was, where's Rhinelander, Wisconsin? So then I looked it up, did my research, and I thought, I definitely would love to work here. Yeah, and here we are.
There we go. Yeah, we appreciate you taking the job. We appreciate you coming aboard. Yes. As someone who started in sports myself, I know there was always a moment when it kind of clicked where you're like, that's what I want to do. Was there a moment for you growing up, or was it in high school, college, whatever, when you're like, that's the route I want to take?
Oh, man. So I have always grown up just being a huge sports guy, huge sports fans. I could tell you all the stats from when I could first talk. And, you know, they say my first word was dad. I'd say it was probably, you know, a little something different, sports related. I can't think of any off the top of my head for a joke. Yeah, and then I went to college and originally it was like, yeah, you know, I'd love to just be a finance major, work in a bank. Thought it'd be really fun. And then about a week of calculus, I said, you know, let's try something else.
This calculus thing is not for me.
And then I was like, yeah, you know, sports have always been my dream. I'd always, you know, grown up watching SportsCenter, Chris Berman, Stuart Scott, all those guys, and thought, you know, might as well try give something like that a try. Be a sports anchor, sports reporter somewhere. And then switch majors, and here we are.
The rest is history. Right?
So you mentioned calculus. Started off giving me some more nightmares of Calc 1, 2, and 3. I had to take some physics, chemistry. It was a disaster. It was brutal, but I got through it. You know, I'm a meteorologist. I love this since a little kid, so I'm glad you wanted to be into sports. You got this job. What's your thoughts of, you know, working up here in the Northwoods and here at the station so far?
Oh, so I've already gotten to...
Be careful how you answer this. I'm just kidding.
I've already gotten to work out at cover stories at like Crandon, doing the brush run there. Also covered in, I forgot where it was, the golf tournament. That, you know, Memorial one, doing stories like that, man. It is unbelievably beautiful up here.
Yeah.
And I absolutely just love it. Love all the local sports that go on here, and learning a little more about hockey. Hockey's not as big in 2-degree weather where I'm from, but I'm learning, and I'm liking it the more I learn. So yeah, I love the sports up here.
Sounds awesome. And of course, we're excited you are in Wisconsin, but we're going to put your Wisconsin knowledge to the test. All right? You got to be ready for this. We're going to do this after the break, so stick with us here on Up North at 4.
You can live on the plains or the mountains, or down where the sea breezes blow.
Enjoy the serenity of northern Wisconsin all year long. First stop, Shquagaman Adventure Company. Skis, skates, snowshoes, and fat bikes. Kayaks, canoes, and paddleboards. Shquagaman Adventure Company. Stop by the store or visit us online.
Whether it's high-end art exhibitions, concerts, or special events, ArtStart is an engaged and active organization, strengthening our community through arts education and cultural engagement. Learn more at artstartrhinelander.org.
I-100
100% believe Joe Biden is to blame for the rising prices.
Some of the smallest things have almost doubled in price over the last 2 years.
Ron Johnson has always fought for lower taxes, and that's more important now than ever. Ron Johnson is a fighter. He's a fighter for all of us.
He's for the people, and he's for Wisconsin.
He's not afraid to speak his mind and fight for what's right.
Who will I vote for? Ron Johnson.
I know he'll fight for the families of Wisconsin, and I know he'll fight for me.
Wisconsin Truth PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Featherstone, unmistakably Featherstone, far from ordinary, right at home. You have dreams, make them reality. Featherstone, unmistakably, unmistakably, unmistakably Featherstone.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Welcome back. So the newest edition of the Sports Watch 12 team, Saul Meyer joining us, coming all the way, college in Oklahoma, grew up in Texas, so you are almost a world away from where you grew up. And the one thing that a lot of people notice when they come to Wisconsin, the town names are a little difficult to understand, right? So we just got to go through a little learning lesson here with you. We figured this would be best. See how you do. A lot of Native American, a lot of French names. So are you ready for this quiz we got put together?
I think so. You know, there's a lot of Native American names in Oklahoma. I think I could get the hang of it.
So this might help Conrad as well. We're going to take a look at this first one here, if you can see it on our screen. This is a local town. Do you have any idea how you pronounce this? You're drawing a blank.
Chequamegon?
You're not far off with the end here. We have the answer as well. Take a look. So you're not far. Shawamigan. So not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
All right. That one you'll learn as you go along. This might be a learning lesson for Conrad as well.
Absolutely.
So let's take a look at this next one. You got to be careful. This is my hometown. I'm trying to make this one a little easier for you. I think I've told you this place before. Does it ring any bells?
I don't remember you saying it, but if I had to take a guess, is it Wapaka?
Oh no! Take a look. Take a look. Wapaka.
Oh,
see, I know the one C will throw you off a lot. Trust me.
The Paka makes it it sounds too Texan for me.
Yeah, you were thinking Texas. You got that little southern drawl going. And obviously, so this fall you're going to be doing a lot of Packer games, going to Green Bay. So one of the suburbs you drive through is this town, if we can pull it up. So you might as well just learn it while we got you here. Any ideas on this one?
Ashwaubenon.
Ooh, I think I'm going to give you that one. Yeah, it's Ashwaubenon. That's pretty close.
Hey,
that's good
right.
enough.
Yeah.
That's good enough. All right, so I'd say you're on the board with that one. All right, let's take a look at another one here. This one might throw you off with the spelling. Every other letter, if you notice, is an O.
Is an O. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. How would you go about pronouncing this city in Wisconsin?
Oconomowoc.
I'd give that to him. Yes, it is Oconomowoc. That's one of those tough ones, but the easiest way to remember it, like I was bringing up, every other letter is an O.
Yeah.
So far, last two is not bad. We got another one for you here. What do you think about this one? This one, kind of a trick question here, I guess, if you will.
Let's see. You said French.
You got a little French.
So is it Galette instead of Galette, or is it Galette? I'm going with Galette.
You're going with Galette? It's actually just
Gillette. Oh, I knew it.
I see, I was throwing it out. Like, we do have a lot of French names, but that one is not one of the French cities, so I was really throwing you off here. All right, so for a final one I got, this one, we're going back towards my hometown of Wapaka. This is a town right up the road from us. This one throws me off every time I see it. How would you pronounce this town?
Weyawaga.
Oh, that is not even in the... Not even close. Well, I'll give you... We'll just show you the answer.
Wyawega. Oh, it's way
Wyawega. Wyawega.
Oh,
that one is maybe one of the toughest ones. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we threw a couple curveballs at you, so thanks for being a good sport. I'm sure you've got some crazy Texan and Oklahoma names that you can repay the favor for eventually. So, we're excited to be working with you. Excited to be seeing some stories that you'll be doing, and I'm sure we'll have a ton of fun going to Lambeau at some point this year as well.
Absolutely.
So, thanks for joining us. We're going to take another break here in Up North at 4. Stick with us.
And you can bet I never stay.
Do you have sleep apnea? Struggling with your CPAP? Ditch the mask and let New Horizon Sleep Solutions help you achieve your best night's sleep. Dr. James Block is your expert in oral appliance therapy, a simple, comfortable treatment for snoring and sleep apnea. If you have a CPAP machine that you're struggling to use, consider oral appliance therapy to improve your sleep and protect your health. Call today to schedule a complimentary consultation appointment and wake up to a new horizon in sleep apnea treatment.
Roof warranties are all about trust. Your trust in GAF, a time-tested company, and our trust in our Master Elite contractors. They're trained, licensed, insured, and only they can offer our best warranties.
Call Oneida Roofing today.
I started getting numbness in my leg, and it got to be more and more and more all the time. I've had it for a number of years, but it just is getting worse and worse. We've never had laser therapy before, but I did feel relief. It really did wonders for me, I feel. And when I walked out of here, you felt a little bit different, so I was pleased with it.
Integrated Pain Solutions uses high-intensity laser therapy to get to the source of your chronic pain.
Call 844-200-PAIN to schedule your no-cost consultation.
Welcome to Patchouli Garden in Park Falls. We love authentic Indonesian patchouli, and we specialize in our original custom blends. Everything with the Patchouli Garden name on it we make right here in our store. Visit Patchouli Garden in the store or online.
Menards has everything you need for your landscaping project. Give your lawn the love it deserves with Mastermark Lawn Edging. It makes for a clean edge around gardens and flower beds. Get 11% off all landscape edging. Add an attractive accent to your outdoor space with our huge selection of landscape blocks. Add definition to a flower garden or create a new hangout spot with a backyard patio. Get 11% off all landscape blocks now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The future is for everyone. So this 4th of July, be ready in a new Ford vehicle. Choose from a Ford F-150 truck, an SUV like Ford Explorer, or a Ford Bronco Sport. Get out there and celebrate your freedom and do it all in a new Ford vehicle because the future is for everyone. So be ready this 4th of July with Ford. New inventory is arriving daily, so visit your local Ford dealer or shop online at buyfordnow.com.
Welcome back, and if you're joining us up here for Hodag Country Fest, welcome to our area. Thanks for tuning in. And it looks like, Conrad, it's hot out there today, but the weather is going to be just beautiful for the rest of the week.
Absolutely beautiful, yeah. Besides the afternoon hours on Sunday, taking a look outside right now, pretty nice out there. Few passing clouds, temperatures hovering around 80 degrees, nice and warm out there right now. A couple of rain showers just to the north of us might make it into our Rhinelander area. Will be just some sprinkles at that, nothing major at the moment. Temperatures in the 80s all across the state, so even some above average temperatures. But the main question, how's the weather going to look for Country Fest? Looking pretty good on Friday, Saturday, into Sunday until we get some more showers and thunderstorms by Sunday afternoon.
Well, regardless of the weather, the beer is always colder at Hodag, so I've been told. But thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow on Up North at 4.
Dallas, Fort Worth, San